Hey there, and welcome to Art School Dissections, where we take pencils and scalpels to get to the bottom of art school and the art industry. My name is Peyton Hunt, and I go by Broken Jaw, and I'm here with my sister,
Kenzie Hunt.
It's my sister, guys. So we are not being joined by Maddie on this episode of the podcast because I am down visiting my sister at her school, and Maddie is back up in Ohio, home sweet home. So if you hear somebody that sounds nearly identical to myself, it is in fact my sister. We have been told that we sound the same. So if you have a hard time telling the difference between the two of us,
Which honestly does not look good on you because I used to have a speech impediment.
well,
and this is our second time filming this.
Yes.
How long was it? Like 20 minutes?
No, it was only 10.
Oh, really?
I know.
That's weird.
Yeah. So, I found out that my mic wasn't turned on. So we're trying this a second time.
It was only 10 minutes. I don't believe
it was 11 minutes. How about that?
That's not real because we were talking about so much.
I know.
Okay.
So, but just for
recap.
Yeah.
What?
Well, no, just to let you know, we are currently sitting in a public park where a lot of stuff is currently going on. There is a magician sitting or standing in front of us.
He's going to juggle while cycling on a unicycle. Oh wait,
he's packing up. I think he's mad. Nobody's watching him.
Anyways,
there's that happening. There's people all around us.
There's campus squirrels, which if you have any idea what those are, they're squirrels that are mutated to be the most insane squirrels ever. They're not like radioactive, but they are not afraid of anything. Like I've walked by one on a tree.
Did it hurt you?
And no, oh my gosh, it didn't hurt me. You would have heard about that. No, but it literally just stared at me, and I didn't realize it until it was like really close, and I was passing it, and I was like,
"That's
they're just giving me rabies."
There's 4 squirrels in front of us right now.
Yeah, they're ambitious.
I mean, they know what they want,
and I think sorry to be crass, I think it's squirrel mating season because I've seen it a couple times.
Oh my gosh! Well, on that note, we seem a little distracted. It's just because there's a lot going on instead of the nice, quiet space that was my studio. But to kick us off, Mackenzie, introduce yourself to the guests. They know nearly nothing about you.
What do they know?
They know that you're my sister and that you just started art school.
Do they know I have a crazy mosquito bite on the tip of my knee? It's just so bad. And I shouldn't have itched it because now it's really bad.
Well, now they know that.
So... My name is Kenzie Hunt. My name is Mackenzie Jordan Hunt. I'm 18. I was born on August 24th, 2024. I used to do that to people. When I would introduce myself, I would just say everything so they would get really uncomfortable. Sorry, he's running, but like he doesn't look like he wants to be. He's running. Okay, sorry. I still don't know what you want from me, even though we've done this twice. I'm homeschooled whole life. I'm currently enrolled at Virginia Commonwealth University. 1, 2, 3. Go Rams! I don't like you doing it. Go Rams! So yeah, you have to be like that. You have to like varsity girl. Go Rams! I've actually never been to a Rams game, so will I be able to hear that?
Yeah, they might be able to. If you can hear it,
in front of a cathedral.
If you can't, it's the church bells. We're really close to a church.
Yeah, we're close to 2 churches. There's a lot of weddings at that one.
Oh, that's cool.
It's cool. And I am.
It's gonna keep going, so just keep talking.
I am in the. Oh my gosh, I actually can't. Okay, I'm in art foundation right now, which is like art everything. You have to take every kind of art because they say, hold on, you don't know what you want to do yet. And I was like, no, I kind of do. And they're like, no, you have to do everything and then get back to us. And then you have to actually like apply again. It's more just saying like, yes, I still want to go into that. Like, I don't think there's going to be an issue me getting into it. But my academic advisor was slightly like, oh yeah, you need to start making your portfolio, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, uh-oh.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I have to do this again.
On top of classes.
Yeah, well, luckily it's just like, she's like, take photos of everything. Like that's the majority of it. But yeah, I want to go into interior design in next fall. It will be. And that's me.
Nice. What do you want to possibly do with
your...
What are you laughing at?
Nothing. Yeah. Okay, keep going. Sorry, I'm laughing because this is exactly what we've said.
Yes, this is
And
take
it's
two, so it
weird.
will say.
I
Yes,
know.
I know. I
it's
told you
okay.
it was going to be
Okay, what I
weird.
want to do with my job when I get a degree/certification, because you actually have to do. You do have to get certified as a interior designer to work in a lot of ways, especially like if you want to do on your own work to be like a professional.
Freelance.
Yeah, your own company.
Contractor.
Yeah, anything like that. You have to get a certificate. There's some jobs that I think will take like a degree, especially if you're like interning and stuff like that. But you kind of want to get a certificate, so I'm planning on it. And job wise, I want to do anything in the fields. I have said this a lot to like everybody. I'm like, I don't care what I do in that job. There's not a part of it that I'm like, oh, I would hate this one job with it. The only thing I'm like kind of having to get over is like doing the computer part of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
You're
also
fine.
talking loud.
No,
But
fine.
computer stuff is like confusing to me. So preferably, I mean, everything interior design uses computers, but just like the lesser side I would like to keep on. But like everything from like set design to corporate jobs that need like a director of whatever to design buildings, stuff like that. I would rather not have my own business for a while to get myself on my feet and like be able to start the way I want to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will use this degree for whatever it will give me. I do not care. I want a job that's slightly artsy so I can do art on my own and have art as like my side thing or just my thing completely on my own.
Yeah.
And I want a job that gives me money.
Fair enough.
So I can do said art.
Yeah.
Next question. Keep them rolling. I think the ladybug is, yep, it's now on your glasses.
It's on my head? You didn't even tell me. All right,
you wouldn't believe it, but I didn't know.
I'm going to move this ladybug to the ground so he doesn't get squashed. I put him on.
Oh, I see him.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that was loud. Okay.
Anyways, yeah. So can you tell us a bit about kind of the application process / touring process that you went through? Because we've talked about it a couple of times and it's different than what I did. So like the 2023-2024 application touring process, what was your experience?
I remember 2023 was the worst year of my life. Because it actually was. I was so stressed about applying and stuff because as a homeschooler, you don't really get prepared your whole life for these kind of things. You get your mom telling you one day, you gotta take the SAT. And you're like, what is that? Like, what do you mean? I have to take the SAT? I was so scared.
Yeah.
Anyways, taking the SAT, whatever. And like a lot of schools don't even use that anymore. Or like you can use it and they like that will not decipher anything. It's just like I think it's really helpful if you take a high academic like engineering stuff. They see that, but art, you can spell. Oh, almost dropped it. You're good to go. And I know a lot of artists who can't spell, so they might not get to this point. But touring was, I only toured 2 places.
Mm-hmm.
I toured VCU like 8 times. Kind of. The thing is, schools do tours and like they hide it with a different title. Yeah. Like I took a tour and then I did preview day here, which is just another tour. And then I did orientation, which was like 8 tours. I'm like, you'd think I would get it by now. Like I've got it. It's okay. But I toured here. He's still here.
He's still here.
I toured here. I toured Ohio State. And that was it. I applied to 4 schools overall. Got into 3 actually. Did I say 2 last time?
I don't remember.
Okay. I got into 3. I got into Radford. I think it's Radford University in Virginia somewhere. I got into this one, Virginia Commonwealth University.
Mm-hmm.
I hope. I still get scared that they're going to email me and be like, actually, we don't want you there. And just like kick me out. I think about that a lot. And I got into High Point University. They all had interior design majors. I didn't apply for anything else in those. But there was also like, you can kind of tell with how passionate a school is about their major on the page for it. If their page is 1 paragraph, I don't trust it. So like Radford and High Point had not a lot on it. And it was like, I wanted to apply to more than 2 than the 2 I wanted to get into because what if I did, that kind of thing. Even though VCU is actually really high acceptance rate. I think it's 97 or something.
Really?
Yeah, it's something high. But I don't think they I don't know. But then the art program I've heard is like 50 something.
Okay.
So it's a little bit more cutthroat on that. But it wasn't like, I don't know, I wasn't like, no way. I was just like, awesome, happy about that. And I like it here. We've been to Richmond over our childhoods.
Yeah.
And we're like, I didn't like it on one trip because it was like really cool though one day. But that's like so random. Like it was the railroad one that we did.
Oh yeah.
That was a bad day. I don't know why. It was too long of a day. But that does not define my whole thing. I like the music scene up here. Music scene's really good. Art scene's really good.
Yeah.
So that stuff I didn't even know before applying here. I applied here because I said, oh, an hour and a half away from home, and art, yeah, sure. Like I don't know. I was like, okay.
Yeah. And you were like sort of familiar with it because I had gone on a tour of it when I was looking for schools.
I don't remember the tour.
You weren't there, but I had talked to you about it. We had been up here for a couple things through our homeschool group, where we took like classes. Like I don't know, it wasn't a class. I don't remember what it was. It was like a talk, and then we went and got pizza. And now like we've had a favorite pizza place here, for a while,
and I walked past it every day.
Yeah, so it's like you at least had like some understanding.
It was familiar, which is something that we're not used to with our lives. So it was like, okay.
Yeah, when you move, you expect it to be something completely new, which is also part of the reason that I chose CCAD. Is while I wasn't familiar with Columbus or the majority of Ohio, I knew Dayton because my grandparents lived near there. So like I'd been to Ohio a couple of times, and I knew that many times,
like 3 times a year.
And I knew that my family would have a chance to visit because it'd be a good excuse to see me and my grandparents at the same time. So we definitely did stick to
hometowns.
Yeah, something familiar to us, but still like
and these two, I don't know. I honestly like I hate to say it now. I'm waiting to like look back at this because like you kind of hate CCAD a little bit. Did you say that in your thing?
I don't say that I hate CCAD.
Okay, hate very loosely. Like you have a lot of critiques with it.
It's critiques. It's a lot of like once you leave it, you see how it could have been improved, and you see also, what you could have done different.
There are some things that you're like, oh, come on now. Like,
yeah, but I feel like that's going to be with that's anywhere you go. And that's why because I almost dropped out of CCD. I think I've said this a couple of times.
Yeah.
But the only reason I didn't is because I was like, I could just go somewhere else and it could be the same issues or worse. And then I
haven't had any of your issues. So you should have dropped out. No, but wasn't say. Oh yeah, but I like it here. I do really like it. Like we were saying in the first take that we wanted very different things out of our college experience. Yeah. We wanted like strictly art, kind of like an art academy, focused on that, get your stuff done, all that. I wanted like, since I was young, because our dad went to Penn State, we had that kind of like good old, what are they, Big Ten? They're Big Ten, right?
Yeah, they're Big Ten.
Like Big Ten sport thing, but that's different than VCU because VCU is an urban campus, which I much prefer. I don't like not being able to go anywhere except for your campus.
Yeah,
that's weird to me.
Penn State was that. It was its own little city, similar to like Ohio
What is that
State.
called? Is that called like a university when they're like that? I have no clue what that's called. It's like not a city school. Like I don't know what it's called.
I don't know what it's called, actually.
Yeah, I don't either, but I don't prefer that. The only reason I kind of like that is because it is like like college. Like when I think of college, okay,
it's like pitch perfect.
I gotta get out of the way. That's exactly what I was gonna say. I'm not joking. This is not. I don't recommend. One of the reasons I chose VCU was because it's like pitch perfect. I'm not joking. My tour guide, the very first tour, he literally was like bumper. But he was like bumper but nice. He wasn't a jerk. He was really nice, and he was like super outgoing. Like I was like, wow, this is college.
Well, and then you said like one of your first weeks they had the career fair or whatever.
Yeah, they have the SOVO fair, which is like the park that we're in right now. It's pretty big. It's like I would say 4 blocks put together kind of thing. Maybe even 6. Like it's a good sized park, and every single area was filled with a tent, and I'm like, this is the This is like the beginning of Pitch Perfect. And then they actually do have an a cappella group here called the Ramifications. My friend was going to apply, and then they didn't.
Fair enough.
But yeah, the tours here were also like, I felt bad because the one time I toured Ohio State, cloudy. ugly.
Oh yeah,
and I had a cold.
it was a gross day.
It was ugly. I had a cold. We had to do like a little introduce yourself that thing, and so I had a cold and I couldn't hear really well, so I was talking quiet, and then my mom made fun of me for it. So like, it was not a good day. Except after that was fine, but like,
yeah,
it just was. Was that the game? Did we watch the Cincinnati game after that?
No.
Did we? I think we did.
Maybe.
Interesting.
I think you're right. I don't remember.
Okay, it does not matter. It matters to us.
Yeah,
but
they
don't care,
and that's okay.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and then with VCU, the first time I did it, it was like this. It was beautiful out. It was beginning of fall, I think. So like students were out. There was like sports being played. It was like so unbelievably just college, and I was like, yes, like that's exactly what I wanted. Because I did this a lot more in high school than you did, where I wanted to go to high school. Because I did sports with, like, you did bowling. Bowling was your main thing.
Yep.
And we did not live over there.
Nope.
We did not live where you bowled. I played soccer for our hometown. So I was like, I could go hang out with my friends every day. Are you kidding me? So, like, there was always a piece of me that was like, I wanted to go to high school. And now I don't care. Obviously, I would not go back to go to high school. But there was, like, always a small part that this, like, filled that void of wanting to be in high school. Because I swear, this place is like such a stereotypical high school to me. Like there's cliques here.
Yeah.
Like, and they fit into like these stereotypical, and like this looks like a high school from like Disney Channel. Where you're like, wait, you guys have dorms and you're all cool.
Yeah.
This just feels like high school to me, which is weird.
No, I agree. I had a similar feeling when I went to school, because I was like expecting people to. Because, like, I knew high schoolers, obviously. Like, my bowling friends and I had coworkers around that time. So, like, I knew what people my age in high school were like.
Yeah.
And I'd heard stories. So, when I came to college, I was expecting it to be a step up from that. Like,
it's not.
No, it's not.
It's
literally.
Especially freshmen.
It is just high school.
Yeah.
Until you hit senior year, and then just, like, it's people panic mode. Yeah. People kind of, some people take it a little more seriously. But
I think I'm worried I'm gonna hit that. I mean, it's inevitable, but it's also like, I feel like I'm taking it nice serious now. You know, I'm not like, oh, I can do it. Like, I know people who go to parties like every weekend.
Yeah.
And I swear, I go to class with people who I've only seen twice. I'm not joking. I'm like, it just started. What are you talking about? Then, like, at the end of my summer semester, there was like half the class was there. And I have not missed a single class except for dentist appointments.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm taking it at a good pace. But anyways, we're getting ahead of the intro scene.
No, it's fine.
I was gonna say, sorry, I had to put my feet up. It's really comfy like this. I didn't get into Ohio State, and I'm not sad about it. I don't think I would have liked it as much. I don't know.
I think you would have liked it
because of you.
So, to get back to it, we had a slight little.
I'm happy I did that though, because the car was full and we wouldn't.
No, that's true. Kenzie kicked me in the leg and it knocked over my phone, which knocked out the audio thing that was connected to our mics. So we had to fix that, and then she checked the camera, and the camera we had, its card is full. So I'll have to check later to see if
when it cut off.
Yeah. So there might be a little break in video, and now it's a completely different angle and quality. But you know, when is it ever going to be different than this? I feel like every time I record with Maddie, something, either a mic dies. Check your mic. Is it dead?
Hi.
No.
Oh,
it has a light.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, technology is stupid. I think we should burn it all. And I've said before that to my friends, when we get rich, that's a win. When we get rich, we're moving to a cottage in the middle of the woods, and we're having a commune.
Nice.
Dad, if you're listening to this, you're invited. Don't worry. Don't worry. But yeah. Okay, anyways, we were talking about why I went here, but wouldn't I, because
you were
Ohio State. Why I wouldn't
State.
like Ohio State.
Yes.
Why I would, and it was you.
Yes.
And that's true. That's the only reason I applied there.
Oh.
It is.
I'm really?
Yeah.
Oh, because I did kind of convince you. Sorry, I'm still intrigued by this guy.
Yeah.
I feel really bad because he's performing and nobody's watching, and he was doing this monologue because people were walking by about like how he's excited.
He did?
Yeah, and then they just kept walking. He's like, I'm excited to be back in America after traveling, and I feel really bad. But also,
Is he gonna go somewhere?
What?
Is he like gonna go somewhere? Or is he just gonna stay here and do this stuff?
I don't know.
Maybe if we say like we'll record him and like post something.
No,
right?
see, but that's. He's funny.
He's funny.
He just made a funny hand gesture.
What was it? What do you mean?
Anyways,
okay,
let's get back on track. We're rambling. So you did end up going to VCU.
Yes.
And
I'm here right now.
You did summer classes / RAM camp. Can you give like a brief introduction to what that was like?
Waste of time. No, I'm joking. I'm actually really happy I did it. Summer.
You're gonna make the mic click so much.
Click. Oh, because
it'll make sounds because you're messing with the plastic.
Oh my gosh. You touched my feet. Don't do that. Yeah. Sorry, they're literally on your chair. Summer Scholars was 6 weeks, I think, of school accelerated courses. I'm saying that in quotes if you weren't watching. So like you did the same class every day, the same time every day. So I had like an English, it was like a literacy class and an art class. And I did them every day. And then you also have to like do these weekend stuff. So like we had to go to this museum. You didn't have to, but we went whitewater rafting, all this stuff. It was really fun. The best part is you meet a lot of people. Like there's only like 250 people in the whole thing, but because there's so many more on campus, obviously after, I'll still see people and be like, oh, I know them. The other day I saw this guy, I'm like, oh, hey, it's you, and I said his name, and he's like, I don't remember your name, and I said, I'm not gonna tell you, and I walked away. But like there's like it kind of like we all feel more comfortable. Like even the people I barely talk to, I'm like, I remember you, and you're familiar. It's a familiar face. Familiar face. That's what they said. Oh my god, that's what they said about it when we were doing the whole orientation. They're like, you'll see a lot of familiar faces, and there's some people I don't like either. That was that RAM camp. The only reason I really did it was because if I wouldn't have done it, I would have had to move all my stuff out after, because it was in between Summer Scholars. Then there's a week break, and then it was semester started, like for real.
Yeah.
So I would have to move all my stuff out back to I don't know which house because parents are moving. Yep. So like it would have been nightmare.
It could have been an hour and a half away. It could have been 6 hours away, or 5.
They're 4.
Oh,
I don't know.
They're 6 hours from me.
Actually, I think they're like 3.5. I don't know where you got 6.
Okay, well,
but yeah,
because that's how far they are away from me.
Oh, well, that's not the same. But yeah, so it would like that's the main reason, and it was free. It was free, which that was crazy. But that one was a little bit less fun, and that's what I had to say. It was like a summer camp. I don't know, like it was like a summer camp. They had some really cool stuff during the evening you could do, but overall, me and my roommate were tired every day. Like they just genuinely, they would like put us in the gym for 3 hours and say, go do something. We're like, do what? So you just sit on your phone because you're like some people would play dodgeball, but I'm not playing dodgeball with 18-year-old boys. They're gonna, some girl got hit in the face. I'm not doing that. No. So that's what Summer Scholars was.
Nice.
So can I go home now? That guy over there looks like Drew Phillips in the red vest.
He does.
Sorry, go ahead. We should have got him on the VOD. That would be so interesting.
Him?
No, not Drew. That's some random.
I've been waiting this whole time for someone to just walk up.
No,
we do have chairs sitting around us. I've been waiting for someone to walk up, pull up a chair, and just like, because you said that people do record stuff out here. That people talk to you all the time.
Oh yeah, people. What we call the compass, because it's like in between. I swear, a bug just bit me. Sorry. In between the library and the dining hall, there's constantly. Also, sorry if you hear farting. It's a motorcycle. People think that loud cars are cool. They're not when I'm trying to sleep, and they always go down this road. But there's people on the compass that will literally come up and talk to you. I got asked if I was Jewish the other day by a man who was clearly Jewish. He was in all the garb, and I think he was going to propose to me if I said yes. So I'm happy I said no.
Did you say he was holding flowers?
Something like that. I don't know what it was. There was no flowers on them, but it was a plant. I don't know. I think it was a Jewish thing. I don't know what it is, though. There's that. There's people you constantly. Will you come to church with us? Because there's 2 churches right there, and right behind it is the dining hall. So they're right there. There's a mosquito on you.
Where? Kill it.
It's gone. It's gone. Also, that's your bad shoulder. If I would have slapped that, you would have
That would have been
cried.
bad. Bad shoulder, as in we just got matching tattoos.
Got matching tattoos.
They're cute. I'll put up a photo of our matching tattoos.
Does anybody care?
I do, and that's why I'll put it up there.
Well, I meant that seriously. Like, will anybody care?
No.
Oh, oh man, I think there's somebody. What the heck?
Maybe. I don't know.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, we were just a little bit worried someone's gonna come up, which nobody has.
No, I'm actually surprised.
And I'm grateful.
A little happy. I've been waiting for the unicycle man to come up and talk to us. Oh, I think that's that too.
You gotta stop making eye contact with him.
It's bad because I'm facing him.
Yeah. Well,
you think you can hear me talking?
Right now, no.
Okay.
Anyways, he can hear that we're talking, but he can't hear what we're saying.
Transitioning from Ram Camp, summer scholars, all of that. Then you started your freshman fall semester. How's that been going?
Great. Yeah, it's honestly how it's been going. Well, oh my gosh, sorry, I just remembered something I have to do. It has been going great, but like it's weird because midterms like technically were last week.
Yeah,
like midterm grades were turned in last week, but all my midterm stuff is happening right now because it's not. Can you hear it?
No, you just keep scratching it.
Yeah, because it's itchy. But it's not technically midterms because it's not labeled that. Like some of my friends had stuff labeled midterm, but this is just like I have 2 exams this week, and I have 2 things due for a art gallery that is part of my grade. Sorry, excuse me. Did it pick up?
I don't know. I can cut it out.
Well, I don't care that much. Let me hear the girl barb. I'm so tired. Okay.
So, we're gonna have this little time. Oh, as soon as I start talking, the bells chime. So it's like my background music. Go
ahead.
We're going to talk about the happenings in both of our now hometowns. I'll go first. In Columbus, as you know, the second Friday of every month, we always have Franklin Fridays. So that will be coming up in November. I don't know the exact date. I probably should have looked it up. But
he got an audience.
Oh, good for him.
Okay, keep going.
But so we have Franklin Fridays, always the second Friday of every month. I'll plug it all the time because there's a chance you can come say hi to Maddie and I and talk to us and just hang out in the studio because it's super fun. There is also the CCAD art fair that is happening in December. I believe it's the first weekend, which is the 6th or 7th. Maddie and I did apply to go. We are still not sure if we will be going or not. They had an influx, I think that's the right word, of applicants. So they are extending the judging time. So we don't know yet. When we do know, we will post about it. It might be before this video even comes out. And if it is, I'll put something to declare what our, if we got accepted or not. So yeah, I think besides that, there's a lot of galleries that are opening up applications to be admitted for the 2025 shows. So if there's any local galleries that you like, I would suggest looking at their social media, seeing if they're accepting stuff. I know Wild Goose Creative just finished theirs. Roy G. Biv might be doing something. I know I saw a 934 gallery might be doing something. I saw it on my feed in passing, so I know that people are opening it up. I'm not sure who and when and where, but if you're looking for opportunities, that's always a great place to look out for it. Besides that, I don't know much besides stuff that's happening like this week, and I know full well this episode will not be out this week, so I'll save that.
What about it?
What about it?
What you gonna do? Wait, what have I been saying?
What you gonna do about it?
No, that's not what I've been saying. Once you know. Is that what I was saying? What do you? Okay.
I don't know. And yes, the video did cut out if you're watching, so we are aware of that. Technical difficulties.
No, it's just nighttime, really dark.
Yeah, it just, guys, the lights turned off.
It's like, I felt like that happened in the movie once, so it happened here. Richmond does do that. If you're gonna move here, what time is it?
It is currently 5:48.
5:48 nighttime. Okay.
Yeah, it's just
sunset.
automatic nighttime. Not even the moon or the stars. They don't
No.
turn on the street lamps because they're really eco-friendly.
Yeah, and okay, so then why do they have them?
That they have a specific amount of time where they don't turn it on to help reduce light pollution, and then they turn it back on
They
later.
do that when people are driving.
Do you have any recommendations for either people visiting Richmond or freshmen coming to VCU? Just things to do, kind of like what you showed the family. You could literally just say the things that you showed the family. I gave you an hour.
Listen up. Carytown, super cool. I used to think people were like so dramatic when they said it was super cool. I was like, what are you talking about? It's a street and it's got a ton of shopping, a ton of food, a ton of boutiques.
Yeah.
There are 2 good thrift stores. And
Very good.
These are the ones that everything they have, like, well, the majority. So one of them, everything is under 10. The other is everything is mostly under 10. And then they have like really good stuff for cheap. So listen, okay, I forget their names. I think it's Carytown Thrift is one of them, and then the other one is Clothes Rack. Clothes Rack is super awesome. They both have really good stuff, and it's cheap. It is so cheap.
Yeah.
You go into a boutique here, and they will charge you $30 for an old shirt with pit stains. Don't buy it. Go to the cheap places. There's one place that everybody likes around here. It's called Rumors on West Broad. It is not good. Like, you might find something every once in a while.
Yeah.
And I see there's nothing wrong with browsing. There's nothing wrong with looking at what you might like for later, but don't pay for something that's stupidly expensive and not even like a small business.
Yeah.
Because I support people who make things. I don't support people who sell things, like, just to sell. I'm going to do a shout out. Wait, okay, I'll do that at the end.
You can do it now.
Okay, shout out. I have to look at how to spell the name. My classmate makes the most beautiful jewelry ever, and it's very well priced. I think she ships here, like,
Locally.
I think she ships to, like, anywhere in the U.S. I don't know if she's outside, like, international. It is Quebiko, I think is how you pronounce it. Quebikoco. And her jewelry is so cool. She actually had a music artist who's very well known that I've never heard of, but that does not mean much, that has gotten her stuff commissioned, and it's really cute, and I'm wearing it right now.
She is. It's very, very cute.
Yeah. But anyways, more places. I don't know. There's Altria for theater.
The Camel.
The Camel, yes. Okay, if you like music, the Camel is actually wonderful. They have a lot. It's kind of like, my dad described it as like a dive bar. It's very tiny. Like the concert I went to, which was a folk band, had like 20 people in there. So like, and most of their tickets are under $20. So it's a pretty good price. They have a lot of local artists. So not a ton of like, you're not going to get into crazy here. But there's also like, bigger artists go to the National, which is also on West Broad. That is not cheap, but it's also that they have bigger people, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Then I've heard of the Broadberry is a very well-known place around here. I've never been, but I also don't go a lot of places.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Is there anything else?
Our tattoo shop we went to.
Yes.
Unkindness
Art. It is in a neighborhood I don't remember where. But if you look up Unkindness Art, it shows up.
And we'll tag. So I'll tag the jewelry maker. Sorry, I'm shooting mosquitoes out of my face. The jewelry maker, the tattoo shop that we went to, and our artist that did both. The artist that did the designs on our back, like actively tattooing us, and then the artist that designed the tattoos. For people. So that was a little bit about Richmond. So if you're ever in the area, those are some good recommendations. And maybe in a year's time, I'll come back and we can answer the similar questions and see if
ask me about Ram Camp again, because
I'll ask you the exact same questions all over again.
Like, I don't know. I haven't gone.
It was a year ago.
I don't know anymore. Do it again.
But
yeah, you can't do it again. So yeah, I'm oh sorry, I'm playing with the mic again. I'm victim busy. Oh my gosh.
Are you okay? I'm trying to get this ladybug off of me because it's not a real ladybug. It's gonna bite me.
I've been doing that recently where I actually in what's the word when you don't mean to accidentally like switch my words around. So instead of saying like a hop and a skip away, I've been which by the way, I don't know why I've been saying that. That's dude, quit it. You can totally hear that.
Sorry.
But yeah, I don't know why I'm saying that in the first place because nobody says that anymore. But I've been saying a hip and a scop and like not thinking about it. So I don't know what I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, I'm busy. I'm booked and busy. And I've got a lot going on. Yeah. I don't want to do a lot of it. And that's the issue. Is it like I have this relaxing weekend and then I'm like I have 4 things due in like 3 days.
Yeah. I feel like they always do that too, where they plan, because I'm down here right now for family weekend, and so are our parents, and they just went home not too long ago. But we've just been hanging out. But I feel like when I had family weekend, it was like these great like 3 days. Like you had your Friday, your Saturday, and your Sunday. And then they had like a million things scheduled the next week or two to be done. And it was like, thanks for that false sense of security of
I can't get any work done over the weekend.
No.
So can't wait to like I have to edit this video and like again so the one class I have to take is called Time Studio, which is like filming, photos, audio, all that stuff. I don't care about this. Like I don't know, I find it interesting and I like being like behind the camera, which that's the thing. Whoa, that's the thing. I've done 2 projects so far and I'm behind the camera. Totally fine. This next one, I'm a performer and I'm not a performer. So it's like, it was okay. I'm just excited. The issue is critique. They put it on a huge projector for all of the class to watch.
Oh.
So, and we're all like staring at it. And so I just know for a fact I'm not going to watch it. I'm just going to be like...
You're going to close your eyes.
You know, the thing that Dad says that I always think about? There's always somebody worse. And there's always somebody better. And that's so true. That is so true. Every time I am in critique, which, by the way, comparison is a thief of joy, but it also can bring joy. And I find that I do it anyway, even though you're not supposed to.
Yeah. It's hard not to, though.
Especially when you're in critique, like, that's kind of the whole point.
Well, if you're doing art-based stuff, because it is so subjective, it's hard not to compare yourself. Because, you know, sometimes you're just not 100% in a project, but somebody else is. So then you're comparing yourself to their piece that they did when they were like on their game and you were not. So it's like it's not fair to yourself, but you can't help it. Also, there's another... Oh, it's 4-wheeler.
Oh,
multiple 4-wheelers. They're also... I don't know if... Hold on. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's this squirrel just losing its mind behind us. Yeah, stating again, public park. But I think it's fun.
Yeah, he's barking up a storm.
He's been doing that for a while. But I think it's fun to give people just the ambiance
of the city life,
of a city campus,
city school.
Yeah, it's much louder here than it was on my campus. But to be fair, there were not as many people.
Yeah, and this park is literally in the center of 2 very busy streets. So
yeah,
there's just a lot going on. This Main Street and West Broad are both drag racing, like the actual drag race, not like RuPaul. It's drag racing streets, and so it gets like crazy over there. But yeah, anyways, first semester's been going really well. Actually, I have an A in all my classes.
Nice.
And I like all my teachers. Do I like the material they're giving me? You know, some tests I'm like. And the issue is, again, like you said, it depends on what you want to put your energy into.
Yeah.
So if it's not something like my literacy class, I love my teacher. I love like that whole. So that's a great experience. And like when I have something due, I look forward to it. Which like that's weird. But like Time Studio, I like my teacher a lot. But the projects and the material can be the most boring thing to me.
But you did make something really cool. But again, that's when you were behind the camera.
I was behind the camera,
strong
and I knew as soon as I got given that project that I was going to enjoy it. Where like this one, I knew as soon as I was given it, I wasn't going to, and like that can just change your attitude so much.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I take an archaeology class. It's an intro to archaeology class, which you can take an intro to anything, almost anything as a gen ed. And the teacher's super sweet, but the class is just so boring. And like that kind of thing is just so hard to get through.
You just don't want to go to class because it's probably just going to be boring.
Well,
again.
I have both my boring classes on one day.
Oh.
And I didn't mean to do that. It was Tuesday and Thursday. I've heard that that's a very widely agreed thing. Is Tuesday and Thursdays are the worst.
I had a lot of semesters where Tuesday and Thursday were my short days.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah, I only have 2 classes. My other one, I'm gonna hear soon. I'm gonna have 4 classes.
Eee.
Yeah, but they're all like I have one online in the morning, and then the next one is the one I really like. It's only an hour, and then the next one's gonna be an hour and 15, and that's my intro design. So I'm gonna like that one.
Yeah.
And that's an accelerated. So there's something due every class.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and there's only like 10 classes.
Wait, what does it mean by accelerated?
So accelerated is the semester technically started in August. This accelerated class is starting the 30th of October.
Oh.
And it's fun. This is a fun thing that I'm going to cry about later. It ends the same time as the rest of my finals.
Oh.
So, and I didn't think about that. I thought that was the only time you could get it, but I knew somebody who did the first time slot, so she got done with it like way early into it. So the rest of the semester was easier. Well, what's the word? Easier. And then I had a friend who's about to end hers because she started hers in the beginning of October. So it's like around, well, so then that doesn't add up. But I think hers is going to end like halfway through November. I don't know. Kind of odd. But yeah. It's accelerated, so it's quicker and it's more to do, which is a lot like what I did in the summer. So that's the only thing is I'll be like used to it. But I'm not used to doing all of this on top of that.
Yeah, you're used to it when it's just 2 classes, right?
2 classes.
Yeah, instead of the now 6.
6. I'm taking 16 credits this year and 16 credits this semester and 16 the next semester. Yeah. And I already have 6 credits because of summer.
That's nice.
That's weird.
Do you know if you're like scheduled to graduate like in the normal 4 years?
Yeah. They say this whole thing about the summers are like make sure you graduate in 4 years or less. So like I could probably speed up my classes.
Or you could take the normal 4 years and just have some really chill years.
That's what I was thinking, because like for VCU's interior design program, you are required to take a paid internship before you get out. Mm-hmm. So, and I think it's like a certain amount of time. It's not a year or anything. I think it's like a couple months.
Usually.
And so I'm kind of thinking like if I understand how much I can take per year to make it really chill and like put my all into the internship and put my all into getting my name out there and like working on networking and stuff like that, because I don't want to load up on classes and then be like out of school and then be like, what do I do now?
Or just be burned out.
Yeah.
That's because like art school graduation burnout is, again, I feel like a broken record because Maddie and I talk about this all the time, and you talk to any artist that's graduated and it's the same conversation, but it's so real. Even like, because I made sure that in my final semester, I still had 5 classes, but it was 3, what do you call it?
Gen Eds?
We didn't call them Gen Eds. It was basically Gen Eds.
You said like common something, right?
No, it starts with an L.
Oh.
No.
Lateral?
Not lateral.
That's been the word of the week.
It has been. Liberal art. That's what it was. I had 3 liberal art classes, which were all like an hour and 30 minutes, and I had only 2 studios. So, and studios are always like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And so when I was talking to my advisor, it was like, this is how many credits you need, and she's like, honestly, take as many studios now, so your senior year.
That's what I'm doing. Well, kind of.
So when you're at your senior year, like you're not doing as many studios, and one of those studios is going to be your capstone thesis, whatever your final is. I don't know. What? Yeah,
it's different for me because of Art Foundation. So I took 1 studio during summer. I'm taking technically 3 now because of the interior design counts as 1, and I'm taking surface, which is painting, and I'm taking time, which is filming, and then for spring I'm just going to be taking drawing and possibly glass blowing or woodworking or metalworking, one of those.
Ooh, that is loud. And it's always just the most random cars.
Yeah, that's like a mom SUV.
Oh, are they done?
Okay, it's done.
Nice.
Yeah, so she whoa, my academic advisor told me to try to do more studios now. Because it's weird with VCU because like I don't know. I mean, technically, I know I'm gonna be taking gen eds when I'm out of our foundation, but I'm like, what in design classes am I taking? Like,
Yeah.
what? How does that change? I have no clue. I am just along for the ride. I don't care. I'll figure out when I get there.
Yeah, I mean, you're only, what, a couple months in?
Midterms. I'm halfway done with my first semester. I'm a fourth way done with my year.
Yeah, which is crazy.
And it
But-
feels like it.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm just tired right now. I'm just really
We
tired.
had a very
right now.
long weekend. We did a lot of stuff.
And we freaking had heat exhaustion. I'm
yeah.
joking.
Well, it's been a warm weekend. But yeah, Kenzie showed us around Richmond and introduced us to some really cool spots and some of her favorites. And today's been more chill than yesterday. Yesterday was crazy. And we're probably tired because our tattoos are healing, so our body is focused on that. It's probably also why my head hurts.
Yep.
So, but we're getting food after this.
We're not. I'm so serious. Every day I get out of my night class and I go to eat, I chow down at the dining hall because it is a pretty good dining hall. I'm excited for you to see your thoughts until you just bring it back up. Bring it back up. Reminder, talk about how the dining hall was next podcast with Maddie. Compared to CCAD. Oh, I don't know how to say that. Oh my gosh, sorry. Said it in the mirror 3 times. The president shows up. The president of VCU is so scary. He's so scary. Well, I don't know. Am I allowed to say that? Like, there's nothing wrong with him. Actually, he's controversial. But nothing wrong with him. But he looks like a mannequin with, like, you know, the Dwight Schrute when he skins like a face. It's like this when he put that face on a mannequin. And he's so scary. And I saw him.
IRL?
Yeah, because he showed up somewhere. Anyways. Yeah, like
you are gonna get kicked out. You're so worried that they're gonna say we don't want you anymore, and you're over here slandering them.
No, I mean nothing wrong with the guy, but he's a little bit worrying to look at. He's got work done. You know, I'm no shame in it, probably.
Fair enough.
Anyway, sorry, that was like a lot, but yeah, talk about why did I even say that?
I don't know. You said say it 3 times in the mirror and the president showed up.
Oh yeah. Oh, that would be a horror movie. But yeah, the food is pretty good. I'll say that. I will say if you're going to VCU, I repeat, and I will repeat again. Do not stay at GRC. Do not GRC Gladding Residence Center. Do not stay at it unless you want to wake up twice a week to I don't want to say that too loud, but fire alarms, because people think it's funny to smoke. People think it's funny to pull the alarm. That's what the last one is. Someone pulled the alarm at 3:38, and we had classes the next day. Teachers do not care. You will not get off for that. Do not even think for a moment you will. People smoke. People cook. People. One time it was an issue with the electrical system, and we were out of there for 3 hours, 12 to 4, which that doesn't add up. Just believe me. And it was awful. So it might look good. The rooms are okay. If you get a semi-suite, which has a bathroom, it's pretty good. But save your money and go somewhere else.
It looks really nice, though. I walked into it.
It looks like a hotel.
It looks like a hotel.
It looks like a Holiday Inn that you're like, you look nice, but I know
where we
you have
stayed at
cockroaches.
last night.
Yeah.
It
Just
has
save your
its little
money.
secrets.
You know, I mean, and
then what do you recommend?
Well, so there's really expensive ones. I don't like. If you want to pay for it, you can actually get apartment style. They're opening them up for freshmen, and I think it's because they got people whatever is admitted, I guess.
Yeah.
You can get apartment style, which again I wouldn't totally recommend because it's expensive. There's Bryant and Rhodes, which are like okay. They're old. They're really old. But I have friends who live there and they don't mind. And so it's like, just, you know, you can stay at GRC, just don't think it's going to be all that. Because you're going to wake up. I'm not joking. I think we had, the most was like 2 in like 4 days.
Jeez. And
it's never at a good time. It's only 12 to 5.
Yeah. Because that's when everybody's back and inside and
smoking.
They think it's party time.
Leave. Smoke anywhere else. This whole campus. Sorry, but it smells like smoke. Okay, so go outside and
Yeah.
smoke.
There's a lot of
no,
nice outdoor
There's
places.
no fire alarms outside. I think.
Last I checked.
I feel like it wouldn't serve much of a purpose.
No.
You can see it. But anyway.
Well, thank you for operating with us. This was our School Dissections. I'm Peyton Hunt.
And I'm Kenzie Hunt.
Take care of your guts.
And make something cool.
Or bad. Bye.
Sorry. I barked at it.